Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I am teaching from a tropical storm today, Tropical Storm Elsa. So I wanted to talk a little bit about things that I do as a Florida teacher living in very heavy storms most of the summer. Some of the things that I have prepared in case we do lose power and I do need to teach. Don't mind me. My daughter has been sick. I have been sick. Just the pressure, the sinuses. So sorry for all the sneezing and sniffling today, but I wanted to show you guys in case anybody else is worrying about the rest of hurricane season, things like that. Now, just as a disclaimer, I'm a Floridian. I was born and raised here, so my thoughts on preparing and evacuating might be different from yours. I am staying unless it's a 3 or higher. Okay, but that's besides the point. So what I like to have ready to go in case I lose power in a storm is I always have 2 fully charged battery banks. Now these ones are 10,000 mAh. I don't know what that stands for, but I have one that's 10,000 and one that's 12,000. And if I need to use the hotspot on my phone, this will keep my phone charged for probably 2 days if I'm teaching off of it. So I could teach for 2 days using the hotspot on my phone. Now, I have the other one to charge my husband's phone and to charge my iPad. Because if you are teaching through a storm, you definitely want to make sure that all of your devices are charged. Fully charged laptop, fully charged backup teaching device like an iPad, fully charged phone for your hotspot. If you have a separate Wi-Fi hotspot, make sure that thing is charged too. Always charge everything at least a day or 2 before the storm so you know it is ready to go. The next thing I always have is a selfie ring light that's charged. Now, if I turn it off, it really doesn't make much of a difference. But when I'm teaching in the dark, like right now, this giant storm outside, yeah, I definitely need it. But if it's sunny and the sun is coming up, I don't need my selfie light, so I leave it charged for storms. Okay, so the next thing that is a must. Sorry, I made a huge mess. Another thing that is a must in a storm is to make sure you have lighting, because we teach sometimes in the middle of the night. There's not a lot of natural light that you can use, and especially if it's a storm, do you really want to open your window? Do you really want to get the mosquitoes inside? No. So these are camping lanterns, and they're all battery powered. So I'll show you. Just unscrew the bottom, batteries, and they came with batteries. Actually, they are on Amazon. And I will show you how bright just one of them is. Oh, if I can ever screw it back in. You guys can clearly tell I don't do video editing or anything. Okay, so this has several different settings. You can pull it up once, a little bit of light, and then you can pull it all the way up. Now, if you've got 4 of these around you while you're teaching, or even 2, your students are going to be able to see. The battery's kind of dying at this one, but you can see they're super bright. They also have little handles, so if you needed to hang them from something, you can do that too. Also, they can just stand, but if you're like me and you have your lights up, having them able to hang may make a big difference to you. I mean, it does to me, just in case I need it, you never know. The other thing that I like to have in case I do need to teach from a different room on my iPad, like say my window's blown out. Floridian here, it can happen. I have an iPad stand. This is really simple. It literally unscrews and I can clip it onto anything, and it's fully movable, which is a great thing. Again, these are all from Amazon and they're not really that expensive. But this, also in case I had to evacuate, I would take this with me to use my iPad. Of course, I would take my laptop, but if I'm traveling, it would definitely be easier to teach on the iPad, right? So, also, some other things you want to make sure you have in your house. Lots and lots of water, because if you're teaching through the storm, you're going to need water anyway. And in some parts of Florida, the water can go out. So make sure you have extra water, instant coffee, and powdered coffee creamer. Yes, those are real things, because you won't be able to brew coffee with no electricity. But you can get hot water and use instant coffee and powdered creamer. Another thing that you want to make sure you have is shelf stable snacks and foods. Peanut butter and jelly, canned goods. Hot dogs are good because if your electric goes out and they're in your fridge or your freezer, pop them on the grill, get hamburger buns, hot dog buns, good to go. You also want to make sure that all the kids in your house and all the pets have enough food, medicine. You also want to make sure that you have any medicine that you need, any foods that like make you feel more comfortable, just things that will help you get through. Now, I have been very lucky living on the west coast of Florida, knock on wood. Okay. Living on the east coast of Florida, I lived through 4 hurricanes back to back, and I believe it was 2010 or 2000, no, not 2010, 2004. Yeah, I'm old. But like back to back to back to back, and we had no electricity for, I want to say, almost a week. So these are things that I have picked up through my life, being a Floridian, living through hurricane season all the time. Like, these are the things that are must-haves if you're going to work from home, or if you're just going to live comfortably without power. Lights, charged devices, battery packs. They sell these in smaller ones that you can just slip in your pocket, like if you need to go somewhere to evacuate. These are really heavy, like you could use it as a weapon heavy. So yeah, you can always get a smaller one just to keep your phone while you're evacuating, things like that. They also, well, my daughter colored on this. They also sell really big ones that you can use for your laptop and stuff. Those are called battery backups. This is a battery pack. Now, if you want to make sure you don't lose any power to your laptop, your router, all of that stuff, get a battery backup. Unfortunately, if we lose power, there's no way we're going to have internet here. So I don't have a battery backup because it's not going to make a difference. Where I live in an apartment complex, if we lose power, there's no way to get into anything to unhook my modem from the wall and get the coax. It's just, I'm not going to have internet. But if you have a hotspot, you're good to teach. Make sure that your hotspot is as close to your device as you can get it without getting any kind of feedback. Yeah, so I kind of lost my train of thought now, but those are all my tips for teaching through a storm or teaching in a potential storm or power outage. I have taught with no electricity in my apartment. I've taught from my iPad with just one lantern, and it went fine. The only problem I had is there was also a Wi-Fi problem going on in China, so I had to teach from WeChat and my iPad. But I have been very fortunate that we, as rainy and windy as it is outside right now, we're still holding strong here in Tampa Bay. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or are curious about what it was like growing up in Florida, living through hurricane season and monsoon season, ask me. I am glad to answer any questions. Also, I can try to find the links for these things that I got. Honestly, I don't even remember where I got this. I've had this for so long. But if you guys want to know, just leave me a comment and I will get the link for you guys. If not, you can search Amazon battery-powered camping lanterns. Wow. They're fantastic. They light up a whole room. Obviously not right now because I have a million lights on. But anyways, please, 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 everybody, stay safe. Your safety is top priority. Everything else can wait. Stay safe and happy teaching. Bye, everyone.